Aloha and welcome to our online group administration session for changing demographic information on an employee and or their dependents. Log into our portal, select Perform Enrollment. If you are an administrator that manages the eligibility for multiple groups, please be sure that you select the group for the employee or the dependents that you would like to make the change to. Assume. As a note for our employer groups who offer multiple plan selections to their employee, before you do a demographic change, you will need to know the current plan combinations that your employee and their dependents are enrolled into. My suggestion, if you don't have that information handy, you can go to the member link. You can search by both members and dependents, or the member only, or the dependent only. You can input by last name if you know the social security number or the member ID. You can use that information and select search. Here, select the employee who you would like to make the demographic change for and make a notation of the plan selections that they are enrolled in. Once you have that information, go back to Perform Enrollment. Select the change type that you would like to make. If the change is just for a dependent, select Change Dependent, or if it's just an employee, or if you are changing the address for the employee and their dependents, you could select Change Family Demographic. The type of demographic that can be changed by correcting the fields in this portal are address changes or correcting a date of birth. If you are needing to correct the Social Security number for a dependent, you would need to select Change Dependent Demographic, the effective date, look up the employee, we had selected Test Employee 2 when we did our member search. If the update we are making is going to be for the dependent, here in the bracket on the employee screen, you will need to select that plan selection you notated, save and continue. Select the dependent that you would like to change the Social Security number for. Just to show you what I mean, if you were to try to type in the information, you would not be able to in the Social Security number. So what you can do is when you come to the dependent information screen, select Save and Continue. In this section for the plan elections, you can click on the plan number, and this will bring up the name of the plan that you are selecting. If you have chosen the incorrect plan, you can go back. You will need to make sure you select the correct coverage level for the individuals who are covered under this employee. In this example, there's an employee, a child, and a spouse. So that would equal to a family coverage. Save and continue. And here as you review, there is a comment section to change the Social Security number of a dependent. You could make a note here. Input the dependent's name that you are wanting to make the change for. Input your name and submit request. If you are making a change to the address of an employee or to the employee and their family, making an address change, regardless of which type applies, is the same. So we will review how to update the address for a family. Again, select the effective date. Look up your employee. In this example, I'm choosing test 1. You can update the address here. Be sure that the plan selection is correct. As you can see here, the screen will advise you that there are dependents whose address is the same as the one being changed. You can select OK to automatically update any matching dependent address with the changed address information. Otherwise, you can select Cancel to skip this option and proceed to the next step. This is just a reminder for those employees who may have dependents that have addresses different than theirs, just so that you know, if you select OK, only the dependents with the addresses that are the same will be updated. I am going to select OK, save and continue. You will need to select the coverage options for the covered individuals. Here, there is an employee and child. So you will select member and one dependent. Once that has been selected, save and continue. You can see that your address change was completed. If you wanted to review the dependent information as well, and you can see that the address was automatically updated to the change we made in the employee. Select Save, input your name, and submit request. If you have any additional questions on changing the demographic information for an employee or their dependents, please reach out to your account managers. Aloha.